Alrighty. Man, increase gas speed, fire damage. It's gonna be very fast, but probably not. Oh, a lot of strength? No. Need that. No strength and dexterity. No. Just energy life. No. Fight. Okay. Sell those.
For freedom.
There is one thing I didn't like about Pragmata. Its price makes up 20% more disposable income after paying rented bills, food, personal care products, entertainment, etc. Okay. That's a problem a company as big as the Capcom just becomes a pirate. The game problem for me. Especially if it's a single player campaign. Yeah, I understand. I understand the problem. I still try to buy as many games as possible. Yeah. And not pirate. I haven't pirated the games for very, very long time. Let's see what we have. So we are good with the, I think tier 2 maps, right? Yeah, I think it's all 3 and 4s now, which we haven't done yet. 5, 4, 3, 4, 3. So on the 3 side, I mean, we could try to increase a couple of trees. Let's see. I would still say that if you have an option to buy the game, then buy the game. But only buy the game if you are really sure that you're gonna like it. Or refund it, you know. Because this is literally the only way companies will learn, right? You can vote with your wallet. That's the biggest power you have, and that's probably the best power you have. Sure, maybe Marek, just a real pirate would say, I'm not a pirate. By the way, I bought the Wind Rose, the pirate survival game, which we did the demo as well. I think month or so back. So I bought the early access already. We may actually check out the early access already now. We're not gonna wait until the full release. We'll see. What I've been hearing is that it has a lot of content, and we're talking about like 100+ hours content already in early access, and we can do the pirate fantasy there. So, but I remember that during the Steam Next Fest, it was really great game. I really enjoyed it. The only reason why I bought it already was it was relatively cheap. Like it was like, I believe 30 euros. So around 40 euros is my pain level, right? If it's more than that, I'm gonna already discuss it in my head that do I need to buy it right now or can I wait? But I think it was like less than 30, and then I was like, alright, I'm just gonna take it and add to my backlog, and we're gonna play sometime Looked like the fun golf game. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Ryan, you have played Valheim, right? So a lot of people are actually saying that that game is like Valheim, but with the pirate fantasy. COVID lockdown round 2. I suppose you guys might not have the same luxury as I. What do you mean? I have an overflowing Steam backlog. I can survive nuclear winter when it comes to having supply of games, so I'm better off not buying anything until I work through my backlog. I tried to do this same idea on my PlayStation, and it actually worked. Meaning that I always had like only one game, active game, which I played, and until I played that game I didn't buy any new ones. It worked very well, mostly because on PlayStation you didn't have a steep discounts like you have on PC with Steam. Which in Steam you have the problem that there's discounts pretty much every month. They are really crazy, and then it's like, but it's only $20, let's take it. I can survive maybe by skipping one meal, you know. But just have this game. New Zealand lockdown was a couple of months where most people, even a lot of both truck drivers, had like 2 months of paid time off to stay at home during the first COVID outbreak. We had the same lockdown in Estonia and overall in Europe as well, but I was trying to understand what do you mean by the COVID lockdown number 2. Like, have I missed some news? What's going on?
Ready yourself.
To be honest, I don't want the COVID lockdown number 2. The way what is it? People were screaming at each other because like some were vaccinating themselves, some weren't, because they were doubtful of vaccinations which were engineered like a month before. I don't want to see this again. Like, that was too crazy. Like, society went crazy because of some things. Well, no, it would just make it great to protect the declare that backlog. Yeah, in that sense, yes. I'm guessing that some kind of lockdown, which is not really like a lockdown, but it's more like human-made situation where most of a big part of the society will stand still for a couple of weeks, will happen when the GTA 6 launches. I'm betting that a lot of people are going to take a vacation during that time, and there is like shitloads of people just not doing anything, just playing that game.
She grappled with her being from the beginning. A lesson hidden everything that moved and everything that did not. What separated the two? Why did it move? Why did it not? Yes.
Not just politics though, people scream at each other over all sorts of things, not just vaccines. That's true, that's very true. You live in New Zealand, Ryan. I thought you live in America. Ashraf, you probably are thinking about the Bully the Source Code, who is from US. He's also sometimes visiting our streams. Let me try to find the route to the arena. At the same time, I want to... Actually, let's clear it to the fullest, because this way I can get some additional experience as well. Yeah, let's clear it. Basically Frodo from the Lord of the Rings. I'm short, white, with hairy feet and curly hair. After all, why shouldn't I keep the ring? (175 to 180 centimeters). That is not short. That is not short. I would say that's mid height, average height. If you're somewhere there. Okay, let's take it. Map tier 4. Cool. Let's exit.
Yes?
So, in... Oh. Yeah, let's sell everything.
For
those.
freedom.
Okay, we have a tier 4 there. Alright. Let's see what is the next step we could do. For this one, let's actually... Let's do this one. Alright. So we have done now. Okay, we just did one tier 3, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, bonus, 5. Okay, here we have 3. Okay, we have the 2 number 3s open. Carcass or Necropolis. Let's do the Carcass.
The face that stares back in the mirror is a stranger.
So as short as me and below average in the Netherlands. Dude, Netherlands is some weird country. Meaning that there are many people, or they are speaking pretty much excellent English, while this is not their native language. The average height is quite high there. And also they also bicycle a lot. Like their cities is actually designed for the pedestrians and bikes. That's some weird country. I would love to live there, to be honest. Plus their national soccer team or football team, let's call it football as it is, right? Is really good. Always keeping like, they're always one of my favorites whenever some big competition comes up. Kote manu e kai te miro nona te nakare. Kote manu kai te maturanga nona tao. Translation: the bird that eats the miro berry owns the forest. The bird that feasts on the knowledge owns the world. So basically, teach a man to fish instead of giving them the fish, right? You previously said that it doesn't have accent in English. Man, just come visit me once at my English class and witness the Dutch accent in English firsthand. Okay. Okay. I don't know, it always feels, at least to me it feels like they don't have any accent, but well, are you dying?
You've done well.
Don't go there. We're getting really nice XP, but let's see if we can keep it. You'd be skinned for calling that football if you call it soccer and football. You'd be skinned for calling that football if you call soccer football in New Zealand. I didn't get that. So, for New Zealand, football is like American football? Or football is the soccer? For me the soccer and football, I mean, for me the football and soccer are the same thing. If I have to make the distinction, then I'm gonna say the American football. Football is rugby. Come on, that's a hand egg. Again, American hand egg thingy. That's not football. That's just American football without any protective gear. That's rugby for you. Yeah, but you kick it. Do you really? Like, I think... Do you really kick it with wood? I was on the impression that you're mostly carrying it. And there are some places where you kick it, like some kick-offs, but other than that, you mostly get it, yeah, but you do kick it. Well, in soccer you also carry the ball sometimes when you are the goalkeeper, you know, but mostly you kick it. So that's why we call it football, you know, because mostly you kick it with your foot. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna try to have some next world war based on the soccer versus football. I don't know why. I think it's just because our national sport, so it's easier to refer it with generic than like football. Yeah, I understand. It's like in US, like I believe the NFL, their major like the football, American Football League. Whenever the NFL champions come out, they're the champions of the world. But the teams are only from US. It feels the same thing, right? But talking about real football, I know what I said, real football. If I'm not mistaken, then I think it was end of June when the World Cup begins. Would be interesting to see how many teams are gonna boycott it because of the politics. That's it. Send 3 of our strongest horsemen to Estonia. It's time to start war from the other side of the planet. Let's close even more oil roads and throw in fuel prices. Yes, of course. And this is the way how you're gonna get your second society closed down, so you can play your games. Nice. Alright, so we did that one. I think we explored most of this map already, right? Cool. Let's go and do... Okay, let's maybe add this one. Let's go. Are Estonians fierce for us? Sorry if sound contentious. It didn't. So I wouldn't say that.
Freedom comes to those.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah. At least compared to what, like, compared to what? Like, do we want to be like always correct and fight with everybody about everything? No. We don't really give a shit. I mean, there are things that they're fighting over, but other than that, no. Compared to winged hussars? No. I feel like historically, I mean, Estonians historically always been peasants. So you can imagine like bunch of farmers taking up their tools and be the army, so-called, right? But they can fight. I mean, they can give you the hell. That's definitely the thing. But compared to, for example, Vikings, I mean, we have been part of the Vikings road as well, right? So, yeah. Tšau, just Saarikuga rääkisin täna, ütles, et streamid. Oh, well, hello.
For freedom.
Tšau. I'm not sure who you are based on your name, Speed of Inest, but... Aga aitäh, et tulid. Aitäh, et külastasid või tulid streami. Ma üldiselt proovin rääkida inglise keeles, sest mul on paar vaatajat ka YouTube'is. Aga enjoy. Ma ei oska muud öelda. Enjoy your stay. I heard Estonians, or was it Lithuanians, had an empire once. It was Estonians never had empire. Estonians have been part of empires, but never had themselves. My inventory is full. Do I have any free stash stabs? Fuck. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's see. I don't want to do golden maps. I do want to go. Let's do one more, couple of more those tiered rays. Let's see. Maybe you can do something nice with those. This one? Yep. Alright, cool. Let's go. Speed of Innest, kas sa oled ise muidu seda mängu mänginud, ei ole? Kuidas sulle tundub? The winged hussars were bowls, right? I don't know. I have heard them, but I don't know where they were from. Yooma. Yes, Ryan, exactly. So Ryan, you were lucky there, as you heard some Estonian. It was like something is draining my HP. Blood. Alright, cool. It died. I played myself. Alright, cool. Educational streamer. I'm a multi-purpose streamer, you know. I do everything. We start with the stream by talking about food. Then we go through some history lessons. And start the war based on who should call football. What game should be called football, right? Is it gonna be rugby? Is it gonna be American football? Or is it gonna be European football? Who has rights to call it football, right? And then, yeah, it's been a good stream already. It's only been an hour. Imagine that. Okay, there is some shithead alive. Still alive. Ooh, I died. Alright, let's try again. Okay, their HP. Did I took the plus 27% additional HP modifier? If I did, then I maybe did. That was maybe a bad decision. Okay, finally got him. Oh, there's somebody else. Let's go away. Take those items. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Aimar. Oh, nice. Oota, ma oma arvutada siis jällegi vaatan su channel'it põgusamalt. Mu nimi Aimar, koduaegades Spring. Yeah, I do remember you. I remember you, of course I do. Come on, dude. Alright, we have been dying second time in a row on this map. Feel like I made some miscalculations by trying to do this. And we have lost already a lot of XP here because of that. Which sucks. And Ryan, you know how we can improve our educational streaming channel idea even further tomorrow when we are gonna do Dark Souls. We're gonna learn a lot of bad words. A lot of them. Probably in Estonian, probably some in English, but we're gonna learn a lot. Yeah. But I feel like Expedition 33 was already quite a good way of learning those words, so we can improve from that. Oh, the one thing I wanted to, since we were talking about backlogs and Steam and all that stuff. So one thing I wanted to share was that I have filtered, or not filtered, but really sorted all my backlog between them, pretty much like 3 groups. The games which I haven't played and I have bought. The games which I have bought but I have played previously but I want to revisit. And then the games which I don't care about at all. And the games which I have bought that I haven't played at all, I think I have like 70 games there in my list at the moment. So yeah, and I think the games which I want to revisit is additional 30 or something. So it's about 100 games on my backlog which I want to play. Speed of Ines, thank you for the follow, thank you. The follow is the best thing you can do. I was thinking before how I sometimes even on my day off wake up at 5 to watch the stream. You probably couldn't with your sleep schedule or stream schedule, I should say. That's impossible for me. I had to wake today at 6 because Pete had to go to the doctor's meeting at 7. And boy, that was hard. So yeah, I don't know how we can do that, but I'm really grateful that you are doing this. Hype for Dark Souls. I should probably start my playthrough since I likely won't start at 5 AM with stream tomorrow. You can start. Don't spoil the... I'm guessing there is also a multiple character choices like you had in Elden Ring, and yeah, like in Elden Ring, and in I believe the Demon Souls we also had. So don't spoil that beforehand. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play. It's always easy to pick up some melee fighter. But I'm really interested in also some ranged guy. If there is an option to have, for example, bow user, I would like to do that maybe. But the thing about bow users in Souls likes is that it's gonna consume a lot of souls to buy the arrows. At least in the Demon Souls it did. So that's maybe I don't want to do. And as a caster, well, casters are always really the really weak ones at first, and it takes a lot of endurance to get them to, you know, something worthwhile to playing. So I'm not sure if I want to do caster. I'm not sure if I'm that masochist or not that yet. So I'm not sure which kind of character we're gonna do. You choose the hardest starting class. Probably the hardest starting class is something like doesn't have anything equipped, and probably something like this, right? I think the Elden Ring had it as well. The Breeder Hotel is called the Worst Dark Souls, where you start with no armor, no stats and small club. Exactly, yeah. And also do the full run without leveling up at all, right? Alright, let me clear. Checking this part of the. No, it's clear. Oh, cool. Great idea for first playthrough. Exactly. It's the typical streamer setup, you know. Do the maximum difficulty, challenge yourself maximum. Because otherwise it's gonna be the boring to watch, right? Shit, that's a lot of health lost someone. Okay, nice, we did. Alright, I don't have room. No. Let's see. I don't need the sword, but I want to about this. Alright. Prophecy band. Increase spell damage. What do we have at the moment? Okay, I need to make some room. Do this way. Yep, nice. Maybe you should, instead of using controller, just beat the dogs with V remote. Or quit our hero controller. I wish you all best right now. It was nice to see your channel and what you do. See you around. Thanks for stopping by. Hope I'll see you again someday. Let's see. Scarabs. Do. I feel like we need to take the scarabs thingy bit. Okay, better quantity items. Okay. Go up there then. I watched someone beat on one of the hardest bosses in that game using voice commands to control the character. What the hell? What is wrong with people?
Yes.
I think it was in Elder Ring or some songs like that. Some streamer was able to defeat the game by using this, you know, those dance mats where you just, you know, jump around and you dance, right? Using that controller. Yeah, I don't know. This is very, very strong. This is 41. This is 36. Yeah, we need to check them out. Oh, it's not gonna work. Sell this one as well. Yep.
For freedom.
Just dude named Ryan. Or more education over here too. I'm so supportive. I watch on 2 platforms. Yes, you are. Yes, Ryan, you are. Thank you for all the support. All right. Let me. How many stash tabs? So how many does it cost to have 150? So it's Alright, so I would need to buy 100 more. I don't have my mobile. Or I have. Let's see. Let's buy the points. Let's see. Can I? Let's do this. Oh. Why do I want to use my Steam funds? Alright, I need to buy it later on. Right. Thank you for the follow, just a dude named Ryan. I see what you did there. Alright, let's go to the hideout. Let's try to craft this hill. Let's see. Let's see how good this is actually. So let's say we have this one. Elemental resistance is fire resistance. We have. So what can we do? We can do maximum energy shield, for example. That's gonna be beneficial. But we're gonna lose life. Yeah, maximum energy shield. Let's say. So we're gonna sacrifice 100 life. Okay, that's one option. The other option is this one. And here we have see. Could add the fire resistance. Do we need that much fire resistance? So if I drop 30% on the shield, yeah, we do need. We need. So our only option is to have fire resistance here, right? So it's only suffix. Yeah, we can add it and then it's gonna be full. So I could do fire resistance here. So in that sense, that would be a better choice. But we are gonna lose a lot of life. So let's add a maximum energy shield. It's not gonna be enough though. Me craft it. Right. Cool. So let's say this is. So even if I go like. I think this one, right? So it's gonna be 20 less energy shield. So it's gonna be 4,600, 4,800, so 200 less. The defense side. We're gonna be still at the gaps very well. Yeah, so that's all good. But our DPS, sorry, our DPS would be much better. Let's see. 56, yep, 45. Much better. Oh, yeah. 1200. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna park it. This is actually good stuff we have. I'm gonna park it for now.
Greetings. See you, survivor.
Hail.
Let's go. Oh, I just realized hydrate is something you pay for on here, and I was just suggesting it as a healthy idea. Well, pay with some form of currency, I guess. Cheers. So the channel points that you can trigger hydrate and all that stuff are, you automatically get them. The more you lurk or the more you watch the stream, the more you get. So it's like you don't have to actually pay real money for that. Just a little fun thingy to do. Alright, so I have completed all the maps that are like tier 3, pretty much up to tier 3. I have some tier 4s open as well now. I can try to upgrade them. Let's see how they do, but I don't have much of hope, to be honest. Let's just move those there, maybe. All right. Oops. Oh shit, no, wrong button. So I don't have many tier 4 actually. Interesting. So 5. Cool. Okay. Let's move everything else back to the bank or stash. Cool. Let's do like this. Let's do like this. Nice. Tier 4. Maybe let's try to do it. This courthouse. And let's see. Do this one. All right. So what do we have here? Another map. Yeah, another map. Let's go. Courthouse. I think we lost Ashraf. He's so silent. He's very silent suddenly. Or he's thinking something and he would like to ask us. But Ryan, on your side about waking early and watching some streamer, I think it would be possible to do if I wouldn't have kids. Like I remember probably now already like 9-10 years ago, there was a period like a year or two where I every morning woke up like 5 a.m. So before I went to work, I went for a swimming, I read a book, I I did is it meditation, yeah, and usually by 7 a.m. all the necessary parts or the necessary things which I wanted to do before the workday I had already done. And then I went to the office by 8, left by 4, something like this. And that was my way of working for a couple of years. And both me and my wife did that. But I'm not sure why it dropped off. Maybe the COVID happened. I don't know. Although COVID was a little bit later, but still. Something changed that we weren't able to do this. And now it's impossible. Although the kids, the younger kid is actually waking up around 6 every day. He's just thinking really hard. Stop giving him social anxiety. Yep, exactly. Or maybe he's checking out another this bundle. What was it? Indie bundle, or what was this bundle thingy? But he's also always likes to buy new things. So maybe he's checking the new one and questioning his life choices. Humble bundle. Right. What was it? Oh, I see the arena, but let me try to actually complete this map bit for the additional XP as well. Okay. Yeah, that should be everything from this side though. This side of the map. Yep, we're all covered.